Please adhere to YouTube's selected guidelines before viewing the content of this video. I do not encourage or condone any products, actions, or behaviors shown in this video. All videos are produced in a safe, professional, and controlled environment. Please do not attempt to replicate any actions performed during the video. All actions are performed by professionals.
Alright, so a couple days ago, I was at a store near me looking through their Hot Wheels selection. I wasn't finding too much of interest, but then I spotted something. Something that, in my opinion, is really cool. And something that, in my opinion, is absolutely groundbreaking. What I found, to be precise, was a Hot Wheels bottle opener. And today, I'm going to be unboxing it for the very first time and letting y'all know just what the quality is like, what it actually looks like, and how well it actually opens up bottles. I quite like my die-cast models, my Hot Wheels cars, but I also absolutely love my alcohol. And so this is just a combination of two things that I already enjoy just so much. This, to be precise, is the Hot Wheels Carbonator, a play on the words carbonation and carburetor, and it's been around since 2008. I don't know how I've missed that Hot Wheels makes this model for so long, but I have, and now that I know, I gotta admit, I'm a huge fan of it, and frankly put, I think it's pretty awesome. I haven't even gotten this out of the packaging yet, and I already think it's pretty dang awesome. I do suppose, without further ado, I should probably go ahead and cover the packaging quite quickly. Then, after that, I should probably go ahead and get the car itself all out, go over the look of it, the quality of it, and how well the wheels spin and how well it rolls. And then after that, I'm thinking I'm gonna have to grab a bottle of alcohol and I'm gonna have to try to crack it open with this Hot Wheels bottle opener. And I'm gonna have to use this bottle opener right here for the very first time and let y'all know just how good it actually is at cracking open a bottle of alcohol. And then of course I'm gonna drink some alcohol. But first off, as said, we've gotta go over the packaging, which is pretty classic, standard Hot Wheels packaging in my opinion. Nothing too crazy going on, I'll acknowledge. We can see we get a very nice blue background, just kinda with lines stretching over just like that. We got some white lines, some darker blue lines, and all of those lines are just meant to emphasize that the car design itself right here is just kind of moving towards us, the viewer, just kind of makes the car pop just a little bit more so than not. At the top up here just says guaranteed for life, and over here just says 2026 because this specific version of the Carbonator is the 2026 New Year's edition. Under that just says Hot Wheels right there in the classic Hot Wheels sort of logo. Says that this is car number 12 out of 250. And then right here it says special feature, see back for more information. And of course, if we look at the back, we can see we get some more information and it details just how to, actually get the bottle cap off of a bottle with this, Hot Wheels car. Yeah, nice little diagram there. Moving back to the front of the packaging, though, we can see the actual design for the Carbonator itself. Unlike in the actual model down here, there is a guy driving the Carbonator in the design. We can see green wheels, just has the same 2026 New Year's livery on it, just like the actual model itself. We got a nice diffuser down here, the bottle cap right there, and overall a pretty nice design in my personal opinion. Is there anything I am particularly missing? One thing I really like about this car in general is that the plastic itself is clear, and we can see that a little bit with this design right here. And of course, there's a little bit of a shadow underneath the design itself. Moving on to this sort of area of the packaging, we can see there's a yellow ribbon, and this is basically just letting us know exactly what line this car is a part of. This is part of the Xpera Motors line, to be precise, and we can see there's like a wrench and a bolt and stuff like that right there and whatnot, and it says that this is car number 1 out of 5 of the line. It says that this is made by Mattel, ages 3 and up, and then of course says that this is the Carbonator, and that is a trademark name, and then we've just got a white background background right here with not too much else going on. One little thing I like is that the shadow itself actually continues down onto the white background just a little bit, but the white background does a good job of emphasizing exactly what this car is. And of course, in this plastic bubble right here, we can see the Carbonator itself. Overall, in my opinion, pretty classic Hot Wheels packaging. Nothing too crazy by any means. We get some little differences like this up here for this being the 2026 New Year's edition variety of the Carbonator, but really nothing too crazy going on with this packaging, but overall a very solid look in my personal opinion. Let's go ahead and quickly cover the back of the packaging. Of course, as previously mentioned, we have the special features sort of design right here, and then below that just says Carbonator, Experimotors, just says fuel your imagination, get those wheels turning, and experiment with the world around you. And so basically they're just trying to encourage experimenting with what your idea of a car is. Maybe, I do suppose, I'm not exactly sure. But pretty much overall just informational. Back of the packaging, I'll acknowledge. You can see it just says Mattel up there. Just says limited lifetime warranty. Has some copyright information, some information on how you can throw away the packaging. Has their website, barcode right there, and everything like that. And that's really all that's going on. And it also says not for use with some Hot Wheels sets. So that is definitely good to know. Overall, yeah, pretty solid packaging. Printed design on this side with the plastic bubble. Unprinted design on this side, or, well, not unprinted, but just non-color printed design on this side with that sort of more cardboard-esque background. And, yeah, solid packaging in my personal opinion. I'm looking forward to getting it out. But before that, we got to grab a thumbnail real quick. Let me just clear my throat. Excuse me. And let's grab a thumbnail real quick, because, you know, the most important part of a YouTube video, some would argue, is the thumbnail. And so I've got to grab the thumbnail. So let's go and do that real quick. And you know what? I'm going to go and get my drink out as well. I'm not going to be getting it cracked open quite yet, of course. We've still got to go over the look and quality of the car itself, but I want my drink in the thumbnail quite possibly, so let's do that real quick. All right, well, hopefully one of those will do as a thumbnail. I do suppose, without further ado, I should probably go ahead and get the Hot Wheels bottle opener I've got with me today all out and actually take a look at it out of the packaging for the very first time. There's some things about this that I can already say I love, besides even just the fact that it is a bottle opener. Without further ado, let's go ahead and, you know, do that just a little bit, do I was like, I'm gonna open it normally, and then I was like, no, I'm just gonna I'm gonna open it in the worst way possible and just destroy the packaging. I no joke, I found this one a couple days ago, and then I went to another store and I found 2 more of them, so I own like 3 of these now, so I don't mind if I destroy the packaging to the fullest extent. But I now have the Carbonator itself all out, and man, oh man, let me tell y'all what, it looks good. We get a metal base, which I love, and which makes the weight of this car pretty low to the ground, I'll acknowledge. So if you want to send this down a track, then I personally think this might be a speedster, frankly put, although I do think it might be a little bit tail happy due to the fact that there is, of course, the bottle opener on the tail of this car. Let me just take a look at this real quick. I just want to take a look at all the details now that I've got it all out of the packaging. I really like the clear plastic, I gotta admit. I am a fan of that. It's just so OG Hot Wheels in my personal opinion. Detail-wise, the bottom, there's nothing crazy, but man, I love the fact that this has a metal bottom. I love Hot Wheels, like mainline Hot Wheels cars with metal bottoms. That's just an automatic way to get me to be a fan of the model, in all honesty. And this, with it having a metal bottom, which it needs a metal bottom because it is a bottle opener, but with this having the metal bottom nonetheless, like, I'm a fan. I'm a fan and I really like it. And yeah, okay, all right, very, very, very cool. All right, well, let's go ahead and just do a quick 360 of the car real quick, just like that, and we'll cover all the details in just a moment. Starting off with the bottom of the car, I do think. Of course, as said, the bottom of this car is indeed metal. It stretches all the way from the diffuser up here to the end of the bottle opener down here. And on the bottom of the car, we can see it just says copyright 2008 to 2016, Mattel, right there. Then under that, it just says the address, made in Malaysia. We just get the Hot Wheels logo itself right there. And then above that, it just says DTX46, and we get the two little plastic rivets for where the metal bottom connects up to the plastic top right there and right there. Of course, we can see some little holes in the diffuser as well, and we can see some lines back here, which is kind of like a rear diffuser, I would say, and they kind of stretch over to the bottom or to the sides of the back wheels as well, which is pretty nice in my personal opinion. And yep, we could see the bottle opener right there, still made out of that metal as previously mentioned. And that's really all that's going on with the bottom of this car. Really nothing too crazy going on by any means, but this doesn't need anything too crazy going on with the bottom of it because it's a bottle opener. And honestly, I would want it to be smooth in my hands when I'm cracking open, well, bottles of alcohol, frankly put. I want it to be smooth, easy to grip. I want it to be really nice feeling in my hands, and so far it's feeling pretty nice in my hands, I gotta admit. Just gotta practice opening bottles just a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Gotta do it. Oh man, I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I haven't even cracked open my bottle of alcohol yet, and I'm already a fan. All right, though, let's go ahead and start covering the details kind of up top. We can see the metal base is definitely a little bit bigger than the plastic top. That is just without a doubt. We can see wheel-wise, we get green wheels with white spokes. The rear wheels are bigger than the front ones, and they are also wider as well, from what I can tell. They look maybe slightly wider, I would say. And we can see at the very front right there, we get a bottle cap. And this bottle cap, you know, it's got some ridges to it and stuff like that kind of thing. And it's made up halfway of metal, but, you know, we got a little bit of a bottle cap right there. And then behind that, we get that green, clear plastic going all the way down to the very back right there. And we get some not green, sort of slightly metallic plastic that looks very similar to the green of the wheels, kind of along the sides right there as well. Just taking a look at the sides, those kind of look like maybe like air holes or something like that kind of thing, or maybe just some way to kind of just balance everything out and make sure that the model itself doesn't fall apart. I'm not exactly sure, but what I do know is that we can see some little fins from the green just right there, and in the middle right there, made up of that not clear green, we can see a seat and a little sort of just like driver's hatch, I do suppose is really the right way of putting it. The seat itself is surprisingly detailed. There's actually a harness on the seat itself, which I find to be pretty nice. There's no wheel or sort of like yoke or anything like that kind of thing going on with the sort of dash right there, but there is a harness on the seat, and that's something I really like to see. I like those little pieces of detail. And yeah, the clear plastic just kind of continues going down there. Now, as far as the design itself, we can see on either side, we get a little bit of a pinstripe going down with some different colors and whatnot. Starts off as a black up here, get the Hot Wheels logo right there. We get a little bit of small black lines, a little bit of white, a little bit of red, and it just says 26 right there. Of course, this is the 2026 New Year's edition, and we get the same design on the other side, just like that, once again with the Hot Wheels emblem right there. And on the very top, we can see we get another sort of racing stripe, just says Hot Wheels right there, has the Hot Wheels logo, and then it just says Happy New Year 2026 right there. And Happy New Year, y'all. And we can see we get a bunch of like stars, painted stars on there and everything like that kind of thing, red and white. And overall, a pretty nice design. Nothing too crazy design-wise by any means, especially when compared to some of the previous years of the Carbonator that I saw while researching for this video online. But in my opinion, a pretty clean design nonetheless. Now, the one thing that is really interesting to me is the back of the car and what it leads to. So we can see right here, looks like there's almost like a jet engine on the back of the car or something like that. And we can see it is hollow. It's not just a flat piece or anything like that. Or not hollow per se, but it's got a divot in it is really the right way of putting it. But if we look kind of at the side of the car, we can see this is made up of a sort of like gold. And that gold plastic continues inside the bottle right here, all the way to right behind the driver's seat. And that looks like it's just taking a look at it. It really does look like a jet engine or some sort of engine or something like that. So I really do like the fact that even though this is very much a make-believe car, there's still that engine still there just to make it look a little bit more realistic than it might otherwise look. And that's something I truly do appreciate, and that's something I really like about this model. We can still see the engine just kind of beneath the clear plastic, and that's another reason why I really like the clear plastic of this car, I'll acknowledge. And yeah, I mean, like, this car, it's nothing too crazy detail-wise, I'll acknowledge. Really, the main gimmick of this car isn't the look of it per se, which is a gimmick in of itself. It looks like a bottle, of course. But really, the main gimmick, the main feature of this car is the fact that it is a bottle opener. And so as such, I'm not terribly surprised that the actual car itself is not insanely detailed. And I think it's overall a fantastic model. It's nothing crazy, nothing insanely detailed, but there's detail there, like with the straps in the seat right there, like with the engine in the back and whatnot kind of thing. There's detail there, but it's nothing too crazy when compared to some models. The main thing about this car really is the fact that it's a bottle opener. And overall, besides even just the fact that this is a bottle opener, I quite like this model. It is, just in my opinion, the epitome of what a Hot Wheels to me was as a kid. It's a car that is kind of nuts, is kind of crazy, is kind of really out there. That's what a Hot Wheels was to me when I was growing up, and that's exactly what this is. This is an out there car that if it existed in real life, people would be like, what is that kind of thing? I think it's really cool, and it's even made cooler by the fact that it's a bottle opener. I do suppose, without further ado, should probably go ahead and real quick test just how well this rolls. Hard to get a good roll because I don't have a Hot Wheels track or a flat piece with me today. I'm using my hand, and this is a very low down car. It definitely would scrape on every entrance, on every like driveway entrance you tried pulling into, but it's not a real car. It's a bottle opener after all. It's a Hot Wheels modeled bottle opener to be precise. But overall, wheels spin pretty decently. I think weight-wise, this would definitely go down tracks pretty quickly, and I do suppose, without further ado, now that I've covered pretty much everything I wanted to say about this model, I should probably go ahead and actually use it as a bottle opener, shouldn't I? Should probably do that. I'm feeling a little bit out of it today. You know, sun's going down, and you know, I'm thinking I want a little bit of alcohol, and I want to test out a new bottle opener and find out just how good of a bottle opener or bad of a bottle opener it actually is. I sure hope that the Carbonator is a good bottle opener, because I own 3 of them. I bought 3 of them because I was like, man, I just kind of like, I want one of these to like sit in my car. Like, I've been needing a bottle opener to just like leave in my car. I want one in my car. I want one on my desk, and I want one to like leave on my like kitchen counter. So I bought 3 of them. I really hope it's a good bottle opener, and I do suppose there's only one way to find out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and find out by getting this bottle of Strongbow hard cider all opened up. I think I'm just supposed to use it like this. I don't think I'm supposed to use it like this. If I had to hazard a guess, that would probably break the car. Probably a bad idea to do that. So we're gonna use it like this, and let's see. Lift up. Okay. Oh, okay. I did spill a little bit of hard cider on my hand. I did spill just a little bit on my hand and on my pants. But it's not a big deal. I think that was more of a skill issue. That was definitely more of a skill issue than it was a bottle opener issue, and I will not be blaming that on the bottle opener. You know, for any other bottle opener, I would have probably blamed that on the bottle opener, but for this one, because I'm just that much of a fan of it, because it's a bottle opener that's a Hot Wheels car, I'm going to blame that on my skill. So that was a skill issue, I'm going to have to say. Let's see how my drink is. Excuse me. Yeah, pretty dang good in my personal opinion. I need to grab a paper towel low-key, but also at the same time, my hands are actually getting really sticky. I'll be back. Yeah, that was a skill issue on my part. I got hard cider dripped all over my pants, all over the deck I'm on right now. I gotta admit though, yeah, the Carbonator, it does a pretty good job at opening bottles. It is a Hot Wheels car bottle opener, and it does a pretty good job at opening bottles in my personal opinion. I gotta admit, no complaints. No complaints. Looks good. Has good details. Rolls well. Has a really cool special feature. It's a bottle opener. That's a Hot Wheels car. And it opens bottles well. Frankly put, you know, I'm going to have to say it. I'm going to have to say it. What rating do I want to give this Hot Wheels model right here? It's getting a 10 out of 10, baby. It's getting a 10 out of 10. This is a 10 out of 10 Hot Wheels model. Not only is it a Hot Wheels bottle opener, but it's also a pretty dang good bottle opener. And it's also just, in my opinion, my childhood visualization of what a Hot Wheels car is. For all of those reasons, I love this model very much. And, you know, honestly, from what I've heard, Hot Wheels has been releasing like a New Year's Carbonator every year since like, I think 2008. Don't quote me on that. But they've been releasing new ones every year for New Year's for quite a while. I think that might have to be like a new thing that I try to get one of every year, honestly. I think I might have to try to get a new Carbonator every new year. That might be what I have to start doing, because I would not mind collecting these and getting a collection of Hot Wheels bottle openers. I wouldn't mind that one bit, frankly put. And yeah, I'm a fan. I mean, like, I already knew I was going to be a fan before I even made this video. When I first saw it on the shelf, I was like, I'm a fan. And so all this video has done, all this experience has done, is confirm what I already knew. But I'm just looking at it on the table and I'm like, yeah, it's pretty epic. I really like it. Hot Wheels car bottle opener. It's a combination of two great things. It's two great things meet. It's like the Avengers Endgame of... It's like Avengers Endgame or Infinity War for Hot Wheels and alcohol enthusiasts. That's what this model is. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Absolutely no complaints. And I gotta admit, my drink is pretty solid. I'm enjoying it. I haven't had a Strongbow hard cider in a little bit. But overall, very sweet. Not doing too much of a buzz for me. It's only 5%. Yeah, 5%. But yeah, overall, it's been a great time. I've had a fantastic time today. Drinking my hard cider. Opening a Hot Wheels bottle opener for the very first time. And just chilling and chatting. It's been a good time. It's been a good time. I mean, like, you know, a little bit of alcohol, a little bit of Hot Wheels. What's there to complain about? There's nothing. There's nothing at all to complain about, frankly put. what could one complain about this experience? It is pretty epic. I like it. I am a fan. I am absolutely a fan. Yes, sir. I think it's so sick. It's so sick. Excuse me. Excuse me. I still can't believe I opened up the packaging. I was just like, let me just do that. I have like 3 of them. I'll probably unbox all of them eventually. Or just get all of them opened up eventually and scatter them around so I have a bottle opener no matter where I am, whether I'm in my car or whether I'm in my kitchen or whether I'm in my room. Excuse me. Or just wherever. Always need a bottle opener. You never know when you're going to need to open up a bottle of alcohol, so it's always good to have one. And, you know, for $1.25 for a bottle opener that you can literally just roll down the table, whether it be towards you or away from you because you've drank too much. $1.25 for a bottle opener that's as cool as that. No complaints. Excuse me. Excuse me. That is one thing I forgot to say. I did forget to say how much I actually paid for it. Yeah, it was $1.25. I bought it at a Dollar Tree. And yeah, it was $1.25. In fact, I found, I think, all 3 of the models of the Carbonators that I bought, the 2026 New Year's Carbonators that I bought. I think I found all of them at Dollar Tree, which is kind of crazy because I've been checking out the selection at Target as well. But I think all of them I found at Dollar Tree. Interesting, interesting. It's a beautiful day out here, though. Sun's kind of going down. I've had a great day. I've had a great time. And I think it's time to finish off my drink. Without further ado, let's do just that. And that was my drink. And I think that's the video right there. I've said everything I wanted to say. I've mentioned everything I wanted to mention. And I've had a fantastic time. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all's thoughts are on the Hot Wheels bottle opener that I unboxed during today's video. Do y'all like the Hot Wheels Carbonator? Are y'all an enthusiast of it like I am? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate y'all watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Check out everything in the description down below. Until the next one, stay safe and peace and have a great one. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what I'm saying?